I'll just stand.
Let's begin our celebration with Shabbat on page 2. This evening also, baptism privileges when brothers and sisters dwell together in unity.
Hine matov manayim shevet achim yachad. Hine matov manayim shevet achim yachad. Hine matov yalalai yalalai yalalai. Hine matov yalalai yalalai yalalai. Hine matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayim yalalai yalalai yalalai. Hine matov manayim yalalai yalalai. Hine matov manayim yalalai yalalai yalalai. Hine matov manayim yalalai yalalai.
Shabbat shalom to everyone who is here at Temple Israel Bethel. Shabbat shalom to everyone at home. It is so wonderful that through the magic of modern technology, we can be one beloved, even if we're miles apart from each other. So, Rabbi and Lindy have the pleasure of being at another wedding this weekend. What a joyous season for them, and we're so glad that they're able to join it and to enjoy it. And so tonight, Kathleen Meyer and my name is Carla, will be leading services, and thank goodness we have a lot of help from Sanders, and Ari Wasta, and all of you. So, we begin with the lighting of Shabbat candles on stage 8. And as we continue on the topic of page 9, as far as who those who are able, please rise.
Ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la, ya la la, ya la la la. La la la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Refu Adonai, Adonai, Omevorah, Le'olam Vahed. La 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 la.
Please be seated and join us in the Haftarah in English on page 10. Love Adonai your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at home and at work. Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to you all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. Standing at the water's edge, the sea spray on your cheek, close your eyes and feel within the beating of freedom's drum. Listen closely on the breeze. Do you hear the music of the ages? Oh God, you beat the drum. You are the song. You are the wonder in each of us. With joy and awe, we sing to you this song of freedom. We read together at the bottom of the page. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. We praise you, Guardian of Israel, whose love gives life to all the world. We continue with the Shabbat at the top of page 13.
Veshamru and Israel et Hashem Vaso Ketan
Those who are able, please rise. And we continue with the Omega, the bottom of page 13. Please be seated. We read together in the middle of page 15. Ritzei Adonai Elohim, v'yamcha Yisrael, v'tfilatam v'yahava tikabel, v'tzivei ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Elohecha v'va'cha, v'yirah v'avod. Be gracious, our Lord our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May our worship always be acceptable to you. Modina Abdullah, Shabbat Adonai Elohim, Elhei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Le'olam Va'ed, Sur Hayenu, Magen Yishenu, Atahu L'Dor V'Dor.
God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words,
For the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty.
For the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. As is our custom at each service, we take a few moments to get off of the page of the Siddur and to offer our own prayers of thanks, to have our own conversation with God. Please join me on Olam Chesed, top of page 19, and thank you, Beth. Olam Chesed yibaneh, ta-da-da, da-da-da-da. 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 I will build this world from love, ta-da-da, da-da-da-da. and you must build this world from love. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. And if we build this world from love, ta-da-da-da-da-da, then God will build this world from love. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Olam chesed yibaneh. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Olam chesed yibaneh. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Olam chesed yibaneh. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. Olam chesed yibaneh. Ta-da-da-da-da-da.
We continue with Seder Kiryat HaTorah, the service for reading the Torah, on page 20. Those who are able, please rise.
Kim Hesion Teseh Torah. Kim Hesion Teseh Torah. Udevar Adonai Mirushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Beit Yaakov l'chuvenelcha be'or Adonai. O house of Jacob, come. Let us walk by the light of our God. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. And it is my honor to invite Marianne Schermerhorn to the bima for the honor of undressing the Torah as we sing together Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavtu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavtu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavtu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavtu lehar kodsho.
This Devar Torah is a fable shared with us by Rabbi Edward Feinstein. There was a king who collected jewels. One night, he dreamed that somewhere in the world there was a ring with strange magical powers. When one was sad, it could make him happy. When he was giddy and drunk, it could sober him and bring him back to himself. When he was joyful, it intensified his joy. The king awoke from his dream convinced that the ring really existed. Calling together his court, he recounted the dream and offered a fabulous reward for the one who found the ring. Each of them went out to search the world, and each returned empty-handed, except one. There was one whose love for his master pushed him onward. Years went by. He scoured the world, searching every shop, every bazaar, for the magic ring. To no avail. But before he would admit to failure, he stopped one last time into a tiny shop near the palace. He described what he sought and described, too, all his travail over the past years. The owner simply smiled. "I have the ring." He responded, "Come, let me get it for you." He took down an old box and handed the ring to the astonished minister. "Take it as my gift." The minister rushed to the palace. He entered the king's chamber, approached the throne, and presented the ring to the king. The king opened the box. He found a plain, unadorned metal ring. Could this be the precious, magical ring? Then he saw that 3 Hebrew words were engraved on the ring. Gam zeh ya'avor. This too will pass. Over time, the king came to realize the magical power of the ring. When he was sad, the ring would remind him, this too will pass. Giddy and drunk, he would look upon the ring, this too will pass, and he was sobered. And when he experienced true joy, real happiness, the king reminded him, this too will pass. And he recognized the preciousness of special moments. Soon he realized that this was indeed the most valuable ring in the world. He lost interest in the rest of his collection. All his many jewels and gems paled in the face of the plain metal ring which never left his hand. The story is true. The ring and its magic really exists. It is the greatest magic of all, learning to live with the passage of time. It is said time heals all wound. This is true only for the minor wounds. Real pain, the pain that comes with the bitter truth of human mortality, never goes away. But over time, the sweetness of memory mixes with the bitterness of loss. The pain, the loneliness is still there, but it mellows as we remember. When we are frivolous, when life becomes a search for the next distraction and amusement, we remember that no one has an endless supply of tomorrows to accomplish the important tasks of life. And we wake up. If not now, when? And when we are truly happy, we also remember moments of joy are fleeting. They must be cherished. Children grow older. Loved ones pass on. For the wise, the bitterness of our mortality teaches us to hold on to the sweetness of special moments. Traditional Jews are obsessed with time, counting the days until Shabbat, marking the beginning of each new month, waiting for the next holiday, and especially at this time of year. 7 weeks of the Omer, each day counted, each week marked, as we are instructed in this week's Torah portion, to remind us that time is passing, and to give us this gift, the poignancy, the intensity, the full bitterness and the full sweetness of life lived in the passing of time. This magic ring is the King's gift to you this week. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom and Yasher Koach. Beautiful. And we are, in fact, going to read about the counting of the Omer. And if you would like to follow along, you can follow in the Chumash, the large blue book, on page 928. And I'll be starting at sentence 15. Please join me in the blessings. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. Ve'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Usfartem lachem mimochorat HaShabbat miyom haviachem et omer hatnufa sheva Shabbatot tmimot tihena. Ad mimochorat HaShabbat HaShvi'it tisperu chamishim yom vehikravtem mincha chadasha l'Adonai mimoshvotechem Tavi'u lechem tnufa shtayim shnei esronim soletiyena chametz te'afena bikurim l'Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Each week in the presence of our Torah, we offer prayers for healing for our friends and family. To our friends at home, if you have loved ones who are in need of healing, please share their names in the chat now so they may be included in our prayers. As a community this week, we are praying for Casey Campbell Shadman, Diane Dakin, Randy Watkins, Gabby Lopez Smith, Rebecca Williams, Victor Altman, Rose Machado, John Kaplan, Barry Klein, Ellen Clore, Jonathan Kelly, Thomas Boggs, Louise Riddle Kaufman, Nan Jacobs, Carol Hogue, Diane Smith, Robert Kurtzer, Rachel Frederick, Brooke Hall, Michael Hall, Randy Bell, Andy Bernhardt. As my hand passes over the congregation, please share the name of your friends and family in need of healing. We also add,
From our friends at home, we'll add Barbara Bielecki, and I just want to say that our lag is a little bit longer than usual today, so my apologies to our friends at home. Please go ahead and enter the names in your chat, but if we're not able to share them with the community, please know our hearts are with you. But we do have also to add to our list Logan Abrams and Bill Wolcott.
and at the top of page 23, sing together Misha Berach. To all those names mentioned aloud, all of us here who are in need of these same prayers, or refuah hanefesh and refuah haguf, healing of mind and body and spirit. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei hacholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, healer of the sick.
Amen. And we continue with a prayer for our country and for the state of Israel. Guardian of life and liberty, grant blessings to our country. Grant our leaders patience and wisdom. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and may we never be lazy in the work of peace. Eternal God, grant blessings to the state of Israel. Protect her people, shelter them with peace, and grant them deliverance from the violence that surrounds them. May they live in harmony with one another and with their neighbors. May the bonds of faith and fate that unite the Jews of all lands be a source of strength and blessing to each of us and to all the world. And let us say, Amen. And for the honor of Hagbah, I call Steve Schermerhorn and Glila for dressing the Torah, Mary Ann Schermerhorn, and those who are able, please rise. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Page 24. Ki lekach tov natati lahem torati Al ta'azovu etz chayim hi lama chazikim ba vetom chera meushar deracheha darchenoam Bechol netivotecha Shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha Venashuva Chadesh Chadesh Amenu Chadesh Amenu Keketem. And we remain standing for Aleinu on page 25. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד. יישר כוח.
Please be seated. The food fair is back. This year is different. Every year is different right now. Our food fair is drive-through only, and all foods had to be pre-ordered. If you missed out on placing your order for this year, we are so sorry. And we really hope that next year we'll have a full-fledged food fair and that we'll see you there. What hasn't changed is that we need to come together as a community and volunteer to help out on Saturday, June 4th and Sunday, June 5th. Just yesterday, you should have received an email with a link to our volunteer page. If you didn't get it, or it's just easier to call, please reach out to volunteer coordinators Zoe Utterback, Corinne Ponder, and Priscilla Zapian, who's sitting right back there if you want to talk to her. You can also email the office for more information. Please volunteer now. If you had the Piroshki workshop on your calendar for this weekend, please take it off. We'll let you know the new date as soon as it is scheduled. Next Shabbat, on Saturday, May 21st, Allison Malloy, the daughter of Ari, some of us know him as Benji, and Pauline Malloy will be called to the Torah as bat mitzvah. Please come share in the celebration. This week, we send our best wishes for a happy birthday to Adrian Machado, Esmeralda Zapian, Jordan Malloy, Nancy Tamez, Evelyn Young, and a great big happy 95th birthday to Hillard Corin. And I wanted to share, you may have also received a little card like this in your mailbox this week. It's a really great opportunity for doing a mitzvah. This is once a year, the Postal Service has a food drive, and you just need to they ask for healthy foods next to your mailbox, and they will pick them up tomorrow, Saturday, and take them to a local food banks and food pantry. All the food stays here in our community. It's kind of clever. They say, help us stamp out hunger. So, a reminder that this is a very important mitzvah to feed the hungry. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we're going to continue with Mourner's Kaddish, as we do each week. The conclusion of our service, when we remember our loved ones who are no longer physically with us, but who, through the gift of memory, live on in our hearts. This week, our hearts go out to Donna Stein on the passing of her brother, Rick Abrams. May his memory be for a blessing, and may Donna find comfort and strength. To our friends at home, if you are in the 30-day period of mourning or in the first year of mourning, please share your loved ones' names in the chat so we may bring them into this holy space. For those in the room, if you are in the 30-day period of mourning or the first year of mourning, I invite you to stand and share your loved one's name so that we may offer you comfort and support. And we remember these loved ones who have a yahrzeit, the anniversary of their death in the week ahead. If I read your loved one's name, please stand so that we may recognize you. We remember with love Mildred Abrams, Joshua Garner, Abraham Kaversky, Carol Stedman, Jacob Herzberg, Jean White, David Cohen, William Horn, Charles Blum, Jack Frazier, Cecile Rosen, Barbara Roth, Rose Einhorn, Gary Harrington, Haney Levy, Ruth Hare, Zelda Lazarus, Angela Zapula, Larry Glasser, Minna Newstad, Jack Fogel, Bella Greenberg, Lillian Shore, and Abraham Skolnick. We also remember,
We don't have any names to add from home.
and as we do each week, we remember the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust, many leaving no one to say Kaddish for them. We take them into our hearts with our own as we stand and recite together Mourner's Kaddish on page 26. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Lama v'tev onlich malchuteh, v'chayachon v'yomehon, v'heyeh v'bot Israel, v'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. V'hei shema Le'olam Me'omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabah v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'harta v'nehemarta, damiran b'alma v'yimru amen. V'hei shlama rabba min shemayim, v'hayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. Please join us in our concluding prayer, Oseh Shalom, number 2, on page 27.
You know, Oseh Shalom is actually the last line of the Mourner's Kaddish. And we often say these words, the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, without really thinking about what they mean. Or we misunderstand and think that it's a prayer about death. But the Mourner's Kaddish is all about affirming life. And it ends with the words, Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who makes peace bring peace to all of us and to all of the world. So, Oseh Shalom, Nava Tehillah, with a lovely, happy, joyous, uplifting melody. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן ואמרו אמן ואמרו amen. We're always hungry for more peace, right? Bring it on. And as we do each week, we end with a kiddush and a motzi. And Steve and Marianne, did I see you sneak in this challah? Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. Appreciate it. We're going to do the short kiddush, but if you need the words, it's the last page of your siddur. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Ooh, beautiful. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. And everyone here, join me in wishing our friends at home a Shabbat Shalom. Echad, shtayim, shalosh. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We'll see you next week.